Hello and welcome back to Talking Freight, brought to you by Ceresys, a third-party logistics company focusing on transportation management solutions. Today, we continue our discussion on the capacity crunch by exploring the various technology considerations that will help you combat a capacity crunch. All right, let's talk some freight. The electronic logging device, or ELD, mandate compliance date has come and gone, and shipping capacity is tightening at a phenomenal rate. The 2017 holiday shopping season was one for the record books, and steady growth in the stock market alludes to a new manufacturing boom. As the shipping industry prepares to face these challenges, figuring out how to take advantage of available shipping capacity can be challenging. Shippers, however, can help overcome the challenges of a capacity crunch by considering how technology can help. First up, you should use technology to search through more carriers during a shipper capacity crunch. During periods of a shipper capacity crunch, certain carriers may not have any available capacity. Spoiler alert, capacity exists somewhere. It just may be with carriers that you have not worked with in the past. On top of that, there are literally hundreds of more carriers than the big three: FedEx, UPS, and USPS. In some cases, intermodal shipping, or using a combination of rail, ground, and air shipping options may be necessary, but this will require collaboration between local and major carriers. So having a system in place to manage intermodal shipping is essential. Moreover, local and regional carriers can help get your freight where it needs to go, but you need to use technology to identify carriers with available capacity. This might include the creation of a database that searches through available carriers. But how do you know you're paying competitive rates for freight? That's why the next thing you should consider is to implement better shipping processes with a TMS, including the use of value-added services. A transportation management system, or TMS, can help with carrier selection, and it considers the cost of freight shipping when searching for available carriers. But that's just the beginning. Using a TMS can also help implement better shipping and labeling processes, which reduces the amount of work required by carriers. This makes freight more attractive to intermodal carriers and incentivizes carriers to potentially offer discounted rates or other perks to shippers, reducing the impact of the shipper capacity crunch. For example, a carrier may offer additional auditing services that reduce instances of double billing, overbilling, or missed delivery guarantees. If this is not available, third-party logistics providers, or 3PLs, may pick up the proverbial tab, implementing better processes and continuing faster, more effective invoice and billing auditing procedures. The savings alone can be a major factor in holding carriers accountable and ensuring continued capacity availability throughout a capacity crunch. The third consideration is to use technology to reduce deadhead through co-loading with other shippers. During a shipper capacity crunch, deadhead, including both empty miles driven on a return trip and extended dwell times, reduces available capacity. But shippers can work together to reduce deadhead by co-loading with other shippers and ensuring filled trailers on return trips as well. Although this may seem counterproductive, co-loading reduces work and costs for carriers, alleviating the pressures deriving from a capacity crunch. Next, you should take advantage of carrier technologies to reduce carriers' work. Different carriers may also offer unique technologies to reduce the amount of work that goes into prepping a shipment for pickup. In addition, some carrier systems may integrate with an existing TMS, so the process is streamlined even further. Ultimately, this goes back to reducing the burden for carriers and making freight more attractive to carriers, which reduces freight shipping costs and allows you to find capacity. Next, let someone else handle the tech side of regulatory adherence. ELD compliance is among the top stressor in today's capacity crunch. Shippers must find an appropriate vendor, negotiate contractors, and ensure systems are installed and running. Depending on the size of the fleet, this can involve countless hours of work and extensive integration with legacy systems. However, shippers can outsource this process by working with a 3PL, like Ceresys, who is making sure that we are working with the carriers who have met the ELD mandate. Thus, the 3PL bears the burden of ensuring compliance and managing drivers. To a shipper, this simplifies operations and allows the team to focus more on reducing other costs to offset increased freight rates. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Talking Freight. We hope you enjoyed it and walked away with some great insight to help you guide your company to success during the difficult times of a capacity crunch. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the little bell icon so you get a notification every Friday when we publish Talking Freight. Also, let us know in the comments below how technology has helped you navigate capacity crunches. We would love to hear from you. As always, don't forget to like us on social media as well. We are constantly sharing info from experts in our industry, including our own blog posts. And speaking of blog posts, if you would like to get all of those emailed to you so it's easy to catch up on what we're putting out and every episode of Talking Freight, just visit us at Cerasis.com and enter your email in the address box in that little pop-up that comes as you start scrolling down. Well, that does it for us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.